Hello, I'm Arnell. Welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. Today I am working on my sewing roll for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and I thought I will start out by just planning my roll before I start cutting fabrics. So first of all, I went and I made a list of what I want in my roll. So I want a little pin cushion for sure, a needle book, because if you have stitched with me you know that I never have a needle. I seem to lose my needle all the time, so I definitely need extra needles. I thought my roll, I kind of want to make it like a project roll rather than just a general sewing roll. So I want a little pocket to put the threads in that I've picked for my project, and hopefully with this roll I can roll it up and take with me if I go stitching, say for instance at a friend's house, and everything is just in one little roll. So I'll have just a small little pocket for threads, a pocket for my project that would probably need to be a little bit bigger. Then a pocket for fabric scraps, just in case you need a little, a small piece of lace or something like that. If I need maybe, say for instance buttons or beads, I'll have to take that separate, but I don't think I will do something as intricate as that when I'm just on the go stitching. Then I need scissors and a thimble. I don't use one all the time, but I just bought a little leather one that I'm waiting for, so I'll have to just improvise on a pocket for that for now. So it's a little leather one for my middle finger, because I tend to push the needle through with this finger and it gets very sore after a while, and yeah, so I needed something for that. I don't know if that'll work, so this one is still a question mark until I get it, but I'll have a lot of work to do before that it arrives on Wednesday. So by Wednesday I should know the size of that, so I'm just gonna roughly plan for that. So first of all, I have two pieces of, these are coffee dyed papers. I didn't have anything long enough, so I probably need to decide how wide I want it. Is 8 too big? Maybe 7 I think is too small. Let's do 7. Or yeah, 6 is too small. Let's do 7 inches wide. Again, this is just the planning. I can always change my mind. And this paper is how long? That's 12 inches. 17 inches, 16 and something. Almost 17. So let's see if I cut that out. Just making my own pattern. If I say for instance have that as my project pocket, so I would have the piece of fabric that I'm sewing onto. I'm just kind of thinking, and then I can roll it up. But if I'm rolling, I also need to remember my scissors will be in there. Scissors won't be rolling. I can maybe do the scissors there and a thimble there. So if you roll that okay, that will give me at least, maybe I will add a piece on just to flip it over, when you roll it and kind of wrap it around for the closure. I think I'm gonna do that. So this was 7. 7. No, it's not 7 at all. How did I measure that? Anyway, let's do this. Obviously my measuring sucks. See, that's why I don't measure anything. Okay. And I have tape here. We'll tape those two together so that when I cut my fabric, I know even this is not 100%. Anyway, it's just to give us an idea. So I want my pocket. This would be the length. So now my thing was 17 plus almost 4. So that's 21 inches this way and 7 this way. Let's say 21 inches this way and 7 this way and this way. Okay. So the pocket on the bottom for my trying to cut a pattern, so I'm going to, maybe I should cut this one, measure it 7 and cut it out because my pockets will all be 7. How deep do I want to make my project pocket? Maybe 5 inches. Yeah, let's do 5. So it's 7 inches this way and then 5 inches this way. And it's just so I can remember, maybe I want to make a second one and keep this pocket, or if I make it and I don't like this deep pocket, I can adjust it next time. And that's why I'm writing the measurements down. So the next thing, where do I want, what else do I need? I need a little pen cushion. Do I want the pen cushion here? So I need a pen cushion, a little needle book, a pocket for my threads, and a pocket for fabric scraps or laces. I can always put, you can always put a little pen cushion on here. So let's see if I want, how big do I want, like a little, how deep do I want the pocket for my threads? So this one, if I do this one, say 3.5. If I do, I said I need threads and then scraps. So only 2 pockets still. Okay, so let's do both of them 3.5. And see where we are at, you know, what fits on here. Because I can't cut straight, I'm gonna draw a line. And then, but I would, do you think everything will stay in there? I think that the scraps will be fine. I'm gonna turn it this way. So this one is again 7 inches this way and 3.5 this way, and 7 inches this way and 3.5 this way. I hope this makes any sense. So we'll say threads and scraps. And that will go on there. This here, I just need to see how much space I have left then. Okay, then I need a little needle book, and the needle book I probably just need, I can always put it in there that way. I'm wondering if that's just like I'm thinking with the needle book, maybe so I can sew that part down and have some needles here and here, and then leave that as a little pocket, and even the thimble can go in there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So this is the needle book, and it measures, if I take the full part, it's 5 inches this way and 4 inches that way, and then it folds up, and this is 2.5, obviously 5 divided by 2, and then this is still 4. I wrote it down on that side, we'll just write it down on this side again. Needle book will go there. Okay, and then, ooh, I still need the scissors. I like these scissors. And the thimble, I could do like a little scissor pocket. And I am just planning, this might change, so we'll see. I could do a little scissor pocket and have it kind of just stick out there. That's not even straight. And just a little smaller. Yes, because I do need to remember it has to do that. Okay, so that is for my scissors. And this one is 4.25 inches this way. And then this way it's 3.5. So, and this would depend on your scissors, obviously. And then for the little thimble thing, I think it's kind of, now I'm wondering if I shouldn't just do the scissors all the way through like the threads, and then just put the scissors and the thimble in there. Let's just do a full pocket. Rather than trying to make it very complicated, I am going to keep it simple. Yes. Okay, so that would be the scissors. And then if I don't, I realize I'm not liking the thimble, I'm not stuck with a little thimble pocket that I'm not going to use, because I've never used that little leather thimble thing that I ordered. But so then the scissors can go in here. And then what I was thinking, maybe I can put a little needle book on top of this. Not a needle book, a pen cushion, and I don't need a big one because something like that. And obviously I have to cut 2 of them because I need to fill it up with stuff. So that is 5 inches this way, and I mean this can 3 inches this way. Okay, so that's my plan. Then this thing, I shouldn't, but I want to maybe do this not just square, and let's cut it round a little bit. I could do like a pointy, like a envelope as well, but I think round just gives me that extra. So let's see how this would roll up. Sorry, I have to go this way because it's too big. So I have my scissors there, my project pocket with my needle book on top, scraps and threads. And I don't think I need closures for these because they'll be rolled up, and then when I roll them up, it obviously has to be this once I start, and if you have things inside, I think it would roll up something like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go get some fabrics and we'll start cutting for fabrics, and so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have my pattern here, and now I need to make some decisions. So first off, I need to decide what I want to use for the base, the outside base, and then the inside base. So I have some fabrics here, pinks and blues. I thought I have this tablecloth and this, and then this that I really like. I would probably want this, a big piece of this on the outside. So let's see. Oh my god, this one here as well. So we'll see, because I need more fabrics for the pockets as well if I want to make each pocket maybe a different fabric. So let's see if I have some of this. It's a big piece of fabric. Just open it up. Okay, that's what I'm doing on the side here, so I can see. Oh, it's so pretty. Should I just make the entire front with this? Oh, I can use that part of it. Maybe if I do use that for my, you know, when that folds down. I'm wondering, I think I'm gonna do that. Just see, that's kind of in the middle of my fabric, if I know, but there's not another one that's better, so we'll do this one here. And didn't leave any seam allowance. I might do like a bit of a seam allowance for the top part. I don't think I want to do can always cut it off. Oh, this is, my scissors aren't the best. Let me just move this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of cutting a bit of an allowance, not measuring. Okay. So that will sit like that, and it will fold over. Oh, there's not much, so maybe I should do it a little lower. Okay, we're going to cut a little bit more off. Just do this more straight. Won't be 100% straight. Nothing I do is 100% straight, but I'm gonna cut a little bit of that off. I should clean. I think I have something kind of just sits. Just clean this quickly with a wipe. These are actually nice scissors, but obviously I've used it for something else, not just my fabrics. Can't even blame anybody else for that other than myself. Okay. Let me just make sure that I have this even, just because I've gave it a bit of a seam allowance, because I think what I'm going to do is I might sew some of this with my sewing machine and not just do everything by hand, just to make it a little bit sturdier. Then I think I want some pink in here. This fabric that I love, it's so pretty. This has blue in it again. I'm thinking I probably need to repeat some blue again, but they're all kind of smaller, but I can always add some. We'll do the base. Whoops. Yeah, now that I've cleaned my scissors, it's way better. Okay. Let's see how wide this needs to be, because I did add a bit of a seam allowance. It'll sit like this, 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 not straight. Let me just see if I can get it a little bit straighter. Okay. Okay. There. And I'm thinking I'm going to add this in there just because it has a bit of blue and pink. Where shall I cut it? going to cut this straight, and I'm kind of following the pattern of my fabric, and then how much do I need? They need to overlap a little bit, so I'm going to cut here. Doesn't look straight at all. These aren't always printed straight, so maybe that's what's happening here, but we will figure that out as we go. See this self? Yeah, it's the selvage aren't even. I think the selvage, I'm gonna take the selvage as the straight part, and I don't think it was printed straight because I cut it by the interesting, huh? Now everything looks off. Maybe I'll tear this. Whoops. Let's see if we can get it straight. That's the selvage, so it's straight like that. See, it's not printed straight at all. Wow. Okay, let's tear that and see if we can get that edge straight. And this edge. Okay, no. Okay, that was not good. Let's see if we can do that again. I'll start here. There's the selvage there. And then there. So these I'll pin together and sew them on. Then for the inside, because I do want to make it a little plush, you know, not just flat, and a little thicker and sturdier. Let me just open this thing. I am not going to leave seam allowance. I'm cutting. Okay, next time I do this, I need to do this on my big table. It's kind of difficult with the bigger piece of fabric. I'm just cutting here, and the scissors aren't helping. Okay, so for this I'm cutting the exact size of my pattern because I don't want to fold this over, because then it will be too bulky, whereas I gave my outside a seam allowance so I can fold it over onto the other side. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. If you're not sewing a lot, I don't want to confuse you. And this is just how I'm thinking of doing it. You might have a different way altogether. I'm sorry, the light is not great. Okay. So this, my fabric will lie on top of this, and it will have a bit of a seam allowance. And then when I sew it together, I can fold this over and even add maybe some batting, or what do you call that? Another strip of fabric around, but it just gives me a little bit to play with and fold over. So that is all cut out. Then let's do pockets. I can get rid of this one. I'm going to, well, first of all, I need to decide for a background inside. And I'm wondering if I want to use this as the background inside and then have things like this on top. Or do I want to do something like this? No, I think I'm gonna go with that fabric again because, oops, sorry, I do have a big piece of it. So I need to cut a second one of this. So let's write on here, cut 2. Okay, so definitely if I want to record a sewing video like this, I need to record on my big table. So I'm just off camera here, cutting the selvage off. Especially if I'm usually when I do a slow stitch project, I'm using small fabric pieces, but this time I'm using bigger pieces, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh, this one tears really well. Maybe I'll do just tear a piece of it and then cut my fabric, just because I have limited space here, just so I can show you what I'm doing. On this one I'm cutting, should probably pin this, but not too concerned about it being too precise. For this I'll just fold it together and just make, I think that one I didn't get the round circle. Okay, so that would be my inside, and then I need my pockets. And what do I want for that? There's all my pieces. I do like this polka dot one. So for the pockets, I am going to double them up, especially like this one, Oh, this one is like an ombre. Oh, interesting. Come on. Why can't I separate them? Look at that, it's like an ombre. Goes darker. I like it. Okay, so I think I don't want the light part, I want this part of it, unfortunately. I don't want the dark part either, so I'm going to... So what I was going to say about my pockets, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to double them up rather than just a single layer, just to make them a little sturdier. And I'm just tearing my fabric now because I've decided I cannot cut straight to save my life. So there's one pocket, and I'm going to double it up and then have that as the edge, and I can always add some ribbon or something inside. Like I said, I think I'm going to do some machine stitching just to keep it a little bit sturdier than just me trying to stitch it by hand. Okay, so that will go there. Do I want another small fabric or a bigger one? The decisions you need to make. Oh, now oh my goodness, it can't be this hard. I don't like maybe the beige with the white, so I don't think I'll use that one. I'll use this one, and maybe I should use this one again. I'll use this one, and I can always use some of this again as the... I still need to do a... So I can use this one as the pattern. They all need to be this size. I think this is an older vintage fabric. Can't remember where I got it. Oh, definitely tears. It's a little fragile. Okay, I'll have to iron all of this, obviously, and I think like on something like that I might do a bit of slow stitching as well. Maybe I'll do this one again if I can find it. Oh, excuse me, I've put it on the floor. I'm definitely tearing this one. This is the one with the uneven. It goes this way. Pattern. It's still not straight. Okay, there. I think that's better. Let me just cut this. Why is it nothing? Straight is definitely not my thing. I can't cut straight. And apparently I can't even tear straight. Okay, so this one will go on there. This one here. Oh, but I had a bigger, didn't I have one bigger pocket? I'm just thinking. So I had 3 this and then one bigger pocket. There's threads, scraps, and scissors. And they are a little bit bigger because remember they need to be folded over like this. There's my needle book. The needle book one fell. And I wonder if the other one fell too. Found my other pocket on the floor. Let's take that out of there. Oh, and I have this one. It's a little bit more turquoisey, but I do like it. So maybe we'll make the big pocket with this one. I think it goes. It'll just have to. This is so pretty. I don't have a lot of it, so I am going to just do this and then put a fake inside. I'll have it like this, fold it over, and I can add. Let's add some of this in there again, because this is a nice stiffer. This is just not as stiff, the fabric. So I'm just thinking I need a little bit extra in here. So I need to double. I want to double the pockets up. Oh, this is so pretty. Can't remember if I got this, where I got this. Did I get this from Dagmar or from the thrift store? Okay, so this would have to be sewn together. And that's something I might do with my sewing machine, but that would sit like that, and then this. So that's my 3 pockets. Okay, so we're just cutting our pieces at the moment. So for the needle book, I will get a piece of felt for the inside, but for this side I think I'm going to do this fabric, just kind of the outer page of the needle book, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. I hope I'm not confusing you more than I'm helping, because I am just kind of figuring it out as I'm going. And we'll just sew that on to felt with and just attach it with a blanket stitch, but I'll show you that when we get there. At the moment I just want to cut everything out so I can see more or less how it will look. So that will be the needle book, and then it will also be It will flip open like that, and it will have felt in the middle there. For the little pin cushion can be in this, or the pin cushion I could even, okay, I'm gonna cut the pin cushion like this, and then I might add like a you know, smaller pieces. And again, I'm going to give it a bit of a seam allowance. I'm making it bigger because I'll have to put a seam in there, and I'm just going to double up. And then when we make the pin cushion, I'll show you. So that will be the pin cushion, and it will be smaller. Sorry, let me show you. That's the pin cushion. Let me see if I can get everything on here. Move some of the, okay, let's do this. So just put it together. I'll pin it together, but I want to just show you what it will look like. Sorry, I'm just gonna bring you up a little bit. I should have put my felt down because this kind of wants to cling to everything. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be my outside, and I am going to just add some running stitch on there on the entire thing. I'll probably do it this way. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it over, and on this side we need to put all of this together before we sew the two pieces together. And I think we're just gonna do construction today. There, it has to go. That will go on like this, and then this will be a pocket. That's a pocket. That's a pocket. This will be the needle book here, sitting like that. And then this is going to be the pin cushion. It will be a little smaller once all the seam allowances are done. And that is just gonna, you can't see everything. It's hard because it's so long there. And then this will just roll up. And I think what I'm going to do is just have a sari silk and tie it around. It looks very messy at the bit now, but we've done the planning. We're putting it together, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll start stitching on this and work on it, make the pin cushion, make the needle book and all those little pieces, and we'll go from there. So I hope this helps. I think this is a good base. My small slow stitch project, the main piece of fabric can go in there. That's my bigger pocket. Scrap laces and things, and I think definitely on this one I'll add fabrics to make it more interesting. And then my threads will go in here, my scissor and my needles in there, pins on there. I think I thought of everything. If there's anything else, I'll come back tomorrow and let you know if I forgot something. But I think this is a good base to start, and you know, the mistakes you make with your first one you can always correct and make a second one. That's a good excuse to make another one. So thank you for watching, and I will be back maybe tomorrow to show you how we're putting these together and go from there. Bye.